Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in again. We're back with a quick install video for the Frontier here. I picked up a screen protector for the 9-inch screen on the interior just to keep the fingerprints away, any dirt and grime getting on there. So I'll flip you around. I'll put a link in the description of which one I actually picked up if you want this for yourself, and I'll show you guys how it looks once it's installed. All right, now before we get this installed, I thought I would show you guys the packaging just because some of the reviews online show this thing has come cracked. And just so you guys know, it comes wrapped in Amazon's bubble wrap. This was actually in another plastic wrap. Then you have this big booklet, basically, it's a hardcover. On the inside, you have your wipes and stuff to install it, little instructions, and then the actual tempered glass screen protector comes itself wrapped in this little foam. So anybody that's getting this or posting that it was cracked have either one, stepped on this thing, crushed it, have the worst mailman in the world, or two, they have actually damaged this putting it on the truck themselves. Because if you take this out of here, you can see it's got the holes cut out for your two knobs in there. It is fairly thin on each side, so you do have to be careful with it. But for this thing to get damaged to the point where it's cracked and broken before you ever get it out of here is probably slim to none. All right, so in the little package of what they call installation auxiliary tools, the stuff all comes from China, so the writing's a little bit off, but it works. You get your alcohol wipe, just to get all the grime and fingerprints and gunk off the screen that might already be there. You get your little cloth to wipe it down, helps get all the rest of the dirt off. You have stickers, two which are for the screen. These two little ones when you put this on. And keep in mind, the glass itself has that little sticker. The side with that red sticker is the side that will actually stick to the screen once you put it on. So don't have this the wrong way. That will actually stick to the screen. You peel that off before you put it on, obviously. And that brings us to the two little stickers here. These two small ones, you just stick on the front, the portion facing outwards, and they become a little handle, so you can pick it up and kind of place it nicely in place. You don't have to fight with it. You don't have to worry about it sticking and getting stuck and trying to wiggle it all around while it's trying to glue itself down. And then the big one is just a dust removal sticker. That's for once you wipe it down and clean it. If you happen to have a little bit of dust that might suction to it, you take the sticker and you basically just touch it, peel it off, on and off like that, and it will lift any little specks of dirt or dust that happens to be on there. Because if you get anything behind these things, you will see it right away. It'll leave a little air bubble, so then you got to peel it off. Again, you can get the sticker in there, just tap it, get it out, put it back on, and it should install fairly easily. All right, so first things first, get your wipe that they have in the package for you. It is a little bit rough compared to something that you might use for your glasses or something like that, but it's all we got right now. So just wipe it down. This will get the major gunk and grime off. And I know this thing might look pretty clean on the camera, but you can't see the fingerprint smudges because it is too dark in here. But just wipe her all up. Don't have to worry about too much on the bottom because that thing actually comes straight down beside the buttons here. So it won't be on that portion anyways. So give her a wipe, get it all nice and clean. Go around where it won't touch on the edges as well, because up here is where the dust we were talking about will come from once you try to get this thing on. So just give it all a good wipe. So the wipe they give you is nice and big, and what I like is it's not soaking wet. A lot of these things, when you open it, this is like dripping with alcohol everywhere. It just makes a mess. So it's wet enough to clean up your car, but not wet enough to soak everything down. And just same as we did with the other cloth, give it a wipe. This will get all the oils and fingerprints that you've left on there off. So once this protector goes on, it should be clear. Now, once you got that all wiped down, what I did is I put these two stickers on, pre-put them on. The little gray part is actually not a sticker, so you can see once you grab that, you can flip them up. Grab your little dust catcher one, and what it's meant to do is if there's any dust on your screen, just put it on and off like that. This won't leave any residue on it. It's not that kind of sticky. And this basically just picks off any little bits of dust and whatever just floated on here in the last 2 minutes. So do that, make sure it's 100% clean. I'm not going to be able to actually film putting that on because I need both hands to align it, but you just peel off this little sticker on the part that sticks to the screen itself, line it up where you want it, push it down, and you'll see it just kind of put itself in place. All right, so we've got it on, I guess you can call it on. It doesn't fit 100%. You can see they did make the cutout quite big around the knobs. I just lined it across the buttons there. They do all work still, buttons push, easy peasy. Doesn't quite come to the bottom, and it doesn't quite make it to the top. And I don't know if it'll pick up in the video, but you can see in the corners, it doesn't want to stick. And it's not like there's anything in there, there's no dust or anything like that. It just won't stick. I don't know if it's just bent slightly or if the screen itself is curved and this doesn't have enough flex in it to fold over and stick. But both corners are doing the same thing. And then again in the video, I'm not sure if it'll pick it up, but just around the buttons, I think because this is so thin, it just doesn't want to stick down. I've taken it on and off a couple times to see maybe if I did it wrong, but again, you can just keep pushing and it won't go down. So possibly when I get this out in the sun, maybe heat it a little bit, I can push this down and maybe keep it down and stuck. But because of where I live up in Canada, there's not many options for this stuff. When I put in the search engine in Amazon there, this is the only one that comes up. So it's kind of this or nothing. I can order it from the States. It just takes longer. It's a little bit more of a hassle because of duty and stuff to get it up here. But if you're up here, this is better than nothing. And of course, when you're sitting back like this, maybe when I'm parked in the sunshine, I'll see it. But when I'm sitting like this, I don't notice it's not stuck down. But if you're really nitpicky, like you can see if I put it this way, where it's a different color there, you can see the line from about halfway up, it just won't stick. So again, I don't know if it's fault of the screen possibly is just a weird shape, or this thing just doesn't have enough flex to catch the little corners and stuff here and there. You can see again on the top, if I get you on this angle, not as bad as the other side, but it doesn't quite want to stick all the way up to the corners. So if it stays in place, good enough. But if it starts to peel off, then obviously I'm just going to pull this thing right off because it's going to look like a hot mess. So we'll see. For now, I'll leave it on there. You guys can decide if you want to purchase one for yourself. Well, there you have it, guys. The protector is on. As you've seen, it's not 100% fit. It doesn't stick 100% well. But from sitting here in the driver's seat, it looks all right. It's up to you guys to decide if you want it yourself. I'll put the link down below. I would say if you're able to find another option, possibly check out something else. They're all install relatively the same. They all look relatively the same. Most likely, whether you go from name to name on Amazon, it's going to be coming from the same person anyways. So if it's the same pictures, this is probably the one you're going to end up with. Just a heads up. But let me know what you think, if I should pull it off, or if you happen to have a different version on your own truck, let me know and I'll order that one up if it fits better than this one does. And we'll make it look even better. But for now, like I said, I'm having it on there. It's better than nothing. The screens on these things are very weak and easy to scratch, easy to smudge. So better than nothing. And like I said, if it starts falling off, is what it is. I think this thing was only like 25 bucks. I'll pull it off, throw her in the garbage, try another one. But for now, hopefully this video helped you guys out. Let me know what you think. Drop a thumbs up and a subscribe. Drop a comment. And hopefully we catch you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching, everybody.